Hello, welcome to Store Stories. Every Friday I want to talk about just the weird stuff that I have to deal with working at a grocery store. And today I want to talk about how just suddenly I'd be finding myself training people to run, just mostly to run self-checkout, because I'm the guy that runs self-checkout most of the time. So whenever a new person is trained to run self-checkout, it's hey, Mark knows how to do it, so we'll have Mark train him how to do it. And trust me, I don't mind training someone to how to run self-checkout. It's the basic idea behind running self-checkout. It's kind of like running register, except you have 6 of them running at the same time. So it's not really all that different from running a register or being a supervisor. It's just a lot of the times I'll go into work one day in the morning and there'll be me running self-checkout, the cashier on the register, and another cashier walks in. Where am I supposed to go? There's already a cashier here. Yeah, what are you supposed to be doing? Or do they schedule another checker, or what's going on? We go over, look at the schedule. Oh, you're on self-checkout today. And they'll look around. It's like, I don't know how to run self-checkout. And this sounds like a specific example, but pretty much every single time someone's trained to run self-checkout, that's how they're being trained to run self-checkout. They're like, oh, I'm on self-checkout? I don't know how to run self-checkout. And oh, I guess I'm training you how to run self-checkout. Yeah, I think I already said this, but yeah, it's basically like checking, except for it's 6 registers instead of just the one, and the people you're trying to help are usually, I talked more about that in another video, but anyway, yeah, but and there's a lot of different nuances and different things to look at running a self-checkout. And if I'm going to be training you how to run self-checkout, I'm going to need some kind of prior heads up on how to run it, how to teach it, because yeah, I know how to run self-checkout like second nature. I've been doing it so long I can just do it almost eyes closed. But teaching other people how to run self-checkout, I think I already said this, but I think a lot of my self-checkout videos, take a shot every time I say self-checkout in this video, but all of these videos seem to be focused on self-checkout. I have other videos to make, but yeah, anyway, yeah, and it's, yeah, when it comes to like training like that, it's like, oh, I guess I'll show you what's going on today, I guess, and we'll just, if anything comes up, any strange things comes up, I'll just go ahead and show you how to take care of it, because it's like, but that's not a good way to learn how to do self-checkout, because when if you're doing the day-to-day stuff, oh, and just work it through the average things, yeah, you'll pick up more and more on how to run the registers. But say if you go the whole day without running, have someone paying by check, then they wouldn't know how to run a check. So, or if something, one in a thousand orders might not have this problem come up, but still 1 in 1,000 isn't all that rare, so it will happen eventually. But it didn't happen on that day when I was training them, so when it comes up when they're running the self-checkout, they won't know what they're supposed to be doing, because I didn't train them how to do it. Because the surprise you're training someone, I only can think of the stuff I'm supposed to tell them to do on when it comes up in that day. And yeah, I don't think that's a very good way to train people to do that. And the store's getting better at dealing with that kind of stuff. That hasn't happened for quite some time. And also, we haven't trained any new people for self-checkout in a long time either. But anyway, yeah, that's really kind of frustrating because they would show up not knowing they were supposed to be on self-checkout at all. And then, oh yeah, by the way, and I didn't know I was training anybody, so I'm not in a like mindset of training people, which I don't know if I can say that, if that makes any very much sense saying that out loud, but yeah. And what another thing that happens, bad thing about trying people self checkout, they'll have like a 3 hour training session on the self checkout, and then 6 weeks later they weren't trained, they weren't scheduled for self checkout at all, and oh well, now you're being scheduled for self checkout, and you got trained for 3 hours a couple weeks ago, so yeah, you're good at running self checkout by yourself now. You'll be opening or closing or working when all of the customers are cranky and nobody else is here to help you do it. But yeah, that's anyway, that's kind of a frustrating thing for me to be training people without a heads up for I'm training people, and it's also kind of frustrating for the people being trained because they eventually pick up on it. It's not extremely hard to run self checkout. It is kind of frustrating because you're running 6 registers at the exact same time, and people don't know how to read. People will refuse to pay attention to the world around them, and so you're trying to like babysit while you're doing a register while running laps. So yeah, I don't think I did this video very well. Take a shot every time I say self checkout, and condolences to your liver. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up there. Yeah, every Friday I'm going to try to do a video, hopefully a little better than these. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and all that good stuff.